those 2 minutes, that 3 minutes was not enough to where I need to go with this video. The traditions that have been brought onto us, just because somebody's era, you had to do like this specific way, you had to be this specific lifestyle in order for you to be able to be married or to have an existing part in this universe. Those traditions that keep getting passed on from family to family to family to family onto their children is just crazy to me, because it's like, you break away from that. Like, that might have been true in that era of time, but this is a different era. This is a different generation of children, or a different generation of people, where it is that we need to start creating a more positive, I can't even put it into words on how like I'm thinking about it, but be able to create something for yourself, not because it's been passed on from generation to generation. That's how you have to live. Like in the Mexican culture, there's girls that are getting married at 14, 15, like their parents get them like in relationships with older men. Like, these men are like in their 30s or like early 20s, like late 20s. Like, I heard it in the tradition of Mexicans, like, you have to be able to clean, cook, and provide for your man household ways, like, right? And then the man just comes home from work, and then you just cater to him, and so on and so forth. But when it is that you do stuff like that, who are you really helping? Like, other than helping your man, catered to him, like catering to your man, there's like an extent to it. He has arms, legs, and a brain to be able to cook food and know how to do things, or teach himself how to do things, do laundry. Like, it's not about a woman doing all that stuff. Like, your woman shouldn't be like, oh, like a slave or whatever. And same thing goes to men. Like, for men, in the tradition of what they say, yes, this is a positive note, but they're like, oh, pay for everything, pay anything your woman needs, pay for them, like whatever it may be, like just buy it. Like, that's your job, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you're the working man, you're the one that provides. Buy it. Like, if she wants it, buy it. But there's a lot of women, they want all that Louis Vuitton and all that Gucci shit and like all this other shit that you don't really fucking need, but yet we want our man to pay for all that crap. Like, I'm pretty sure you got a job, I'm pretty sure you make your own money, and you have your own bank account, but yet you are okay with someone constantly paying for your way, when you can be like, okay, let me contribute something too. Like, you take care of me, I take care of you. Let me pay for this lunch one time, let me get your coffee one time, like, let me, I don't know, you get what I mean, let me pay for your movie ticket, your popcorn, basically. Like, you make your own money too. Like, don't feel like you have to have the man provide for every single thing. Like, this is a two-way person relationship, or whatever you want to call it. Like, y'all give and take all the time, not take and give nothing back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in other cultures too, where, like, I'm not gonna get into specifics of this, because I'm not 100% sure on how it works, but I know this is like the general idea of what it is that's being done. You get married, like, your parents marry you off. Like, there's two cultures that I know, and I won't get into, like, I won't title them or name them, but in one culture, the man has to pay like a lump sum of money to be able to marry homegirl, and he gives that money to the parents in order to marry her. And then so on and so forth. They have the little rituals and everything, and not rituals, but you know how it goes, like the whole getting married with each other kind of thing. And the girl has to be able to accept that guy as a man if he pays for her. Like, how is that right? Like, in any other words, that would probably be prostitution. Or in other families where it is that you guys have an arranged marriage, and it is that if your family likes them and that family likes who you are, you guys are destined to be together. In an arranged marriage, you know nothing about this person, but it is that your parents like who he is, and then their parents like who you are. You guys are going to end up getting married. I've heard a couple times when an arranged marriage falls apart because of the way the guy ends up being, or the way the girl ends up being, whatever be the case. It's just things like that. Like, you don't have to live by them. It's not your life, and it's the life of your parents, and they chose to live it that way. You have your life, and you could choose to live it some way that you want to live it, not based off of your parents' beliefs. Like, there's little small things like, oh, my friends tell me this stuff, like, their mom tells them, oh, you have to cook a tortilla a certain way, because if you don't, well, then you're not my wife material. You need to cut lettuce in a certain way to like a thin layer, because if you don't know how to cut lettuce, then you're not wife material. Like, it's just like stuff like that. Like, that will give me the biggest headache and stress of my life, to have to live up to the standards of my parents just because I'm not that way. Just if I don't get married, I don't get married. If it is that someone doesn't think I'm wife material, then someone thinks that I'm not wife material. Like, that's not gonna break me. Like, I have a whole life, and you have a whole life. So quit letting your parents tell you what to do, or make you believe that this is the life that you need to live. Like, live up to their standards. I'm not trying to tell you to go rebellious. That is not what I'm saying. Just understand that who it is that they are, it's not who it is that you are. You are your own person.